Hi, my name's Alex. I've always been a curious kind of person. I like knowing why things are the way that they are. As a kid, I used to read all the horrible histories books I could get my hands on. I devoured every children's encyclopedia that we had at home. I like knowing why things are the way that they are and how they work. I can't go for a walk through a park without reading every plaque that I see. I feel a little bit bad for my future children. But I'm a curious person. But growing up, one thing I wasn't curious about was God. My family went to church Christmas and Easter. I'd heard a bunch of Bible stories like about Jesus and Noah and Abraham, but that's all they were to me. I thought the Bible was a series of disconnected stories that maybe gave some good advice, but really you could take it or leave it. But that all started to change when I was in year 12. On my way home from school, I noticed a sign at a church. I would have seen this sign literally hundreds of times, but this time it just struck me. It didn't say anything impressive, just that there was going to be an Easter Sunday night service. And I decided I'd go along. Well, I arrived late, I sat at the back. I don't really remember much from the service, but that night I was invited to go to a youth camp 2 weeks later, which I did. And on that camp, I heard a series of talks from the book of Ecclesiastes. Now, I like to think of Ecclesiastes as kind of the philosophy book of the Bible. And it makes the point that money and intelligence and popularity are meaningless. It says they're meaningless because it doesn't matter how smart you are, how rich you are, how popular you are, you're still going to end up in the same place. You're still going to die. Death makes all of those things meaningless. Now, I didn't realize the implications of that at the time, but from that camp onwards, I regularly started going to church. And I actually read the Bible for myself. I saw that everything I thought I knew about the Bible was wrong. I thought it was a series of disconnected stories. But as I actually read it, I saw there was one big story from beginning to end telling how God was rescuing the world through Jesus. It said that God sent his one and only Son Jesus into the world so that whoever believes in him would never die but have eternal life. It said that Jesus died on the cross and was raised to life again, defeating death, not only for himself, but for all who put their trust in him. This was a total game changer. This meant the Bible wasn't good advice, it was good news. It meant that I could have hope beyond death. Now, I still have a whole bunch of questions. I'm a curious person after all. But I have a certainty. I have assurance. I have hope that I have life beyond death because Jesus defeated death in my place. And I don't know, maybe this Easter you could get curious about Jesus too.